Hello everyone, Pockets here, back again playing some more EVE Online. Back on Cursed, our alpha, Minmatar alpha clone running high-sec missions. And I can't wait any longer, I'm going to build our Hurricane out. I did manage to sell the stuff I got from the last missions and got us up to about 78 mil, so that should cover our fittings for this baby. And I have since flown him up here, and he is parked at Dodixie, and we're going to go ahead and fit him out. I want to test him out on those sites. He gets a couple more guns, so things should go a little faster as far as the actual killing. And the one thing I did notice, he doesn't get a tracking bonus, but that's okay. I think we'll be fine, and we should be able to finish up the sites rather quickly with the extra 2 guns, or 3 guns. So let's get started. I do have an idea in mind, but we're going to walk through it step by step, and I'm going to try to explain why I'm picking what I'm picking. So we're going to start this guy with the guns. And we're going to start with the biggest guns we can fit on him, and we're going to stick with artillery. We're going to go straight to the 720mm scouts. This is the Metaphor artillery cannon, and the biggest ones we can fit. I did play around with it a little bit before this. Are you going to fit? I got to go into ghost mode. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This does leave us an extra high slot. We could put a missile launcher there, but I haven't trained any missile skills. So we're going to go ahead and put this festival launcher on here. And this doesn't take any sort of fitting really. Just see if I can get to it here. We can take a look at what it actually takes. 1 and 1. So if we do run out, we'll have to remove it, but it's very, very small. So it should be fine. And that's just for the fun of it. And just like everything else, we're going to shield tank this, and we're going to do the passive regen tank just like the Rupture, but we should get a little more out of this guy. So let's get started on that. So we got our highs done. We're going to switch ourselves over to our mediums. We got our skill book checked, so we can only see the stuff we can fit. So ship and skill book. And we're just going to go straight into it. I'm going to start with the biggest shield extender we can fit. I am training some skills to get to level 2s of some of our tank. I think I'm doing the hardeners first. I think that's what this is for. Yes. So once we get that, I'll actually probably buy the tier 2 modules now and bring them with us, because tomorrow we'll be able to fit them. But for now we'll have to fit tier 1s. The next thing I'm going to do is get to a tier 2 extenders, but for now we'll fit the regolith. We are already over power, but I think we have a fix for that as we go here. So let's see what happens. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put our large shield extender on here. And then we are going to fit, right now we'll do the filling the holes, but we're going to buy 1 of each of these active hardeners. So we're going to start, not the adaptive one, we're going to start with EM because that's our biggest hole. We'll put the limited on there. This will eventually be a T2. We just don't have the skills for it at the moment, so as of tomorrow we'll put that on. And thermal is the other bigger hole, so we'll put those on there now so we can sort of get a nice round number. So we can see we're cap stable. We're getting a little over on the power grid, but that's okay. I think I have an idea for that. And we'll do our propulsion here. We're going to go with an afterburner for a couple reasons. It would allow us to keep moving. We can probably run this and still be cap stable. Yes, we can run it and still be cap stable. If I put on an micro warp here, we won't be able to run it all the time, so we may switch that out. I also haven't trained any micro warp drive skills, which is something I definitely have to get into. I forgot to put it in my list, but that is okay. So this should all be what we need so far. Let's get into our rig slots for now. I'm going to go into rigs now. I'll do the lows after because this is where we have some room to play with things. And we're just going to go straight into the shields because I want to get as much passive regen as I can. So right now we're at 16 hit points per second passively. We want to like double that if we can. See how high we can get it here. Maybe even triple it or more. Let's get into not engineering, shield rigs. Get into our shield rigs right here, mediums. We're going to go straight into the purgers for now because we're going to be swapping out the modules for the tank. We could reverse it, but I think we'll get more if we do it this way because we don't have to worry about getting into something that we're not tanked for. So there we go. We're up to 31 hit points per second with our medium purgers, and we can get into our lows. So low slots. I'm gonna start with 3 gyro stabilizer 2s because that's what I like. And we definitely don't have the rig here, so let's see if we can make some room with one of these engineering modules up here. There's one that I like because it also gives us passive regen. That's the, what's it called again? Power diagnostic, I think. Yeah, this one here. If we bring this up, attributes. Sorry. So metal level 1 is fine. Gives us 8% shield recharge, 8% capacitor, so that'll help with both of those. Hang on a second. Had to cough there. Alright, so 8% shield recharge, 8% capacitor recharge, 5.5% power grid, which might be enough. I think we're going to get like over 50. Yeah, it should be enough to put us over, which would be great. 4.5% for capacitor bonus, or capacitor capacity bonus, and shield hit points bonus. So it's going to buff sort of all of the things that we need. So it's a nice little module. It doesn't give anything huge, but it's a nice little module if you just need a little bit. Yeah, so you see that? Boom. Just over. So beautiful. And then the last thing is we're going to boost this number a little further. I would like to put the shield. Now there's two here we can use. There is the, oops, let's bring this up here like this. Restrained flux coils. Eventually we'll get these to tier 2s as well, though I don't know if they changed it. One of these, so we have the flux coils and the power relays. So I want to shift, so we have both of them up and we'll look at the difference. There is one of these that going to tier 2 does nothing, so there's no point. But I don't remember which one it is, but we'll look at that when we can fit a T2. We'll make sure we do it right. So we don't care about this so much. But here we go. So capacitor recharge rate minus 20%. Oh, we have to look here. This is actually different stuff. So this one actually uses capacitor to give us a 22% recharge rate bonus. And this one gives us a flat recharge rate of 25%, but it reduces our shield hit points. So depending on which one we put in, we're going to either use capacitor to recharge shields, or we're going to use our shield buffer to recharge shields. And they're close enough to the same rate that we can do it here. So let's just see what we can do. We'll start with the, let's actually start with the flux capacitor. No, it's not a time machine. The flux coil, we'll pop two of these in there. So you can see we lost some of our shields, and we're up to 51 hit points per second, cap stable. And let's try the power relay as well. So this is the one that takes capacitor instead of buffer. And we're at 59, and we're still cap stable, which is beautiful. So we can't get rid of this. I think this might be the fit. It says 59. What was the other one? The nice thing is our guns don't take capacitors, so cycling them's not going to be a problem. We're 51, so we get 8 more, but we lose a bunch of buffer. And I think that's going to mean that the power relay is the way to go. Eventually, I'd like to do Tech 2s. Now, the other thing we can look at for hardeners, this gets expensive, but this will be our fit as it stands. Eventually, we'll want to upgrade all these to Tech 2s. Maybe. The other thing we can do instead of Tech 2s, now that we have our fit and we know it fits and we can fly it, this is a pretty decent recharge rate, I think, is we can try, I'll show you here, let's get to our mediums, shields, hardeners. We can try and get a hold of dead space modules. Now, these can be pretty expensive. See if there's any cheaper ones here. Yeah, see, they're like 40 or 50 million. We just can't afford these. Okay, what about down here? These rechargers might be a way to go. Or the extenders. Large shield extenders. We can get a Caldera Navy one for 41 million. Or a Republic one for 32. Yeah, these are still expensive. I don't think this is in our range just yet. That'll be something we look at when we get to level 4, as we can expand those. Let's look at the low slot ones just in case there's something cheap. So we went with the power relays because we like them. The Caldera Navy ones are 24 million. So let's just see what we get. So 59 and stable and 2900. Let's go ahead and put 2 of these babies on there. So we'll no longer be cap stable if we do that. Maybe if we fit 1 and 1. So you see we get 62. It's really not that much of a difference for the price. So that's fine. If we do switch them to 2s once we get there, we can get the same bonus. We're no longer cap stable, but we will probably be able to buff some skills to get that up. But that's fine. We can keep these meta if we need to. So it looks like this is going to be our best option for now. At level 4s, we'll probably want to replace these with faction ones. Would be another option. And these are all things we can do once we're there gaining the money. But I think this is going to be the fit we go with. So let's look at it again. Actually, let's see what our DPS is. So we'll go with our charges for this. And again, we're going to go nice and cheap. Just because we're just blapping little guys. We're going to get 265 DPS. So that's not bad. Almost 300. And again, with one skills, as we get our skills up, that'll go up. As rate of fires increases and accuracy and all that stuff. So that's good. Good, good, good. And we'll probably have no problem. These we may have to leave meta as well to stay kept stable. But I figure with 24 minutes, we might be okay. If we can keep it above 20 minutes. And that's that. So we've got 720mm scout artilleries. Again, since we're going straight to battleships, I'm not going to train tier 2. That may be something we do after we get to our battleship, but there's that. We get 7 of those. We'll fit them with fusion. We'll get our different ammo. We got our large FS9 Regolith compact shield extender, eventually to be upgraded to a Tech 2, probably, if it'll fit in the power grid. We will see. We're going to have one of each of the hardener types, so we can swap them out as we need for the missions to get as much tank as we can for them. We'll do really well against against any Guristas, anybody that's especially kinetic and explosive. Those will be our biggest ones, but we do pretty decent against these as well. 50% ain't too bad. If we go against something that does pure EM, we might want to get 2 of each so we can buff that further, but there we go. 10 meganewton YS8 compact afterburner. Now we might be able to swap this out for a monoprop to save us a little more capacitors. So let's look at that now that I'm looking at it. We'll see that in a minute. 3 gyro stabilizer 2s. This is to get the most DPS out of our guns. We may see that we're not tracking and switch some of these out for tracking computers or tracking enhancers, but shouldn't need to. A Mark 1 compact power diagnostic system. Again, this is the one buffs pretty much all of our little attributes. Our power grid, our capacitor, and our shield, both capacity and recharge. And 2 Type D restrained shield power relays. Boosts our passive regen at the expense of capacitor. So it's kind of like a really minor booster. It doesn't use as much capacitor, doesn't recharge quite as much, but it boosts the natural stats of the beast. Let's go ahead and look at the ship stats. So we get a 5% per level bonus to turret damage. I believe we have him trained to 3. Can't see it here, but I'm pretty sure we have the skill at 3. 5% per level projectile rate of fire, which also affects DPS, so it's spitting out more ammo. Command burst we can't train as an alpha, so we leave those. And 25% bonus flat to optimal range and fall off. So we are shooting out to 17 and 42, so that's an extra 8 kilometers, and it gets our optimal out fairly bit. Like, we can shoot pretty decently out to like 84 kilometers now. So it's going to be beautiful. So that's it. Let's buy it. We'll see if we can afford it. Looks like we can, as it is, but we will see what we can do. Oh, I did forget something. We have nothing in our drone bay. Let's go ahead and put this in here and drop the ammo, because that's what I do. Unload ammo. And we're going to actually put... it was fusion, it was phased plasma, and it was EMP. Those are the 3 we want. And we're going to go ahead and grab... I don't know, 5,000 of each. Let's see if that'll fit. I don't know what we use. We'll have to buy some more as we go here, but that'll do for, no, 5,000. That'll do for now. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to try not to take anything off of our Rupture. You know, he's got ammo and drones and stuff, but I want to keep him as he is, so if we can need him, we can just jump in him. So I want to buy the stuff myself. The other thing we need, before we go ahead and open up the market, is we need the other hardeners we want. We'll have to be here, hardware, modules, shield, mids, resistances. Let's see what we already have down there, if anything. So we do have an EM and an explosive already. Those aren't on our Rupture, so we don't need to buy the EM. Actually, we will, because we want 2 of them. Nah, we'll just buy 1 of each. So we don't need the EM and we don't need the kinetic. Or the... God damn it. Was it kinetic or explosive? I think it's explosive. Explosive. So we don't need the kinetic or explosive. Or the EM, explosive, we need thermal. And we need kinetic. Words are hard. So we will go ahead and put a kinetic in here just so we have it as an option. Kinetic. Limited. In y'all. will not be included in the fitting. That's fine. I'll have to remember to take it out of our bit. Actually, let's just do this. Let's make it easier. 100 times easier. Put it up here. That gets us the 2 we need. Unfit that. And I will buy a second EM and a second thermal because they're our weakest. View market details. I'll just buy these one day. Right here. Nice and cheap anyways, so that gives us 2 EMs. View market details. That'll get us 2 thermal. That one's a little more expensive, but that's okay. That's fine. And that'll be that. So let's buy our ship. Let's do this. I think we're good. We got our ammo in. Nope. One more thing we need. Hardware, drones. I need Fed Navy Hobgoblins, baby. We could buy Augmented, but they're even more expensive. We don't really need them. Federation Navy Hobgoblins times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could buy some extras. We could buy salvage drones, but I think we're going to just keep the 5 for now. Just to keep costs down. We're already at 70 million, which is getting close, but we're going to take a large chunk out of that anyways. And that also brings our DPS up to an additional 62, so we'll get over 300 with everything out, so that's great. Now we can go ahead and buy this. We're going to save the fit, so right here, and we're going to call it Mission Running Alpha. Perfect. Save. So if we ever need to replace them, we have it. It'll be in our fittings over here. So you can see it's 70 million, but we can go ahead and drop the Hurricane, and we're at 30 million. Let's buy this baby up. Everything's here. There's no red. Nothing overly priced. Nope, that all looks about right. Those are a little higher than I would like, but we can make that back real quick. So I would like to create this order, and it's going to put it all into our inventory. And since we have everything on hand, we can just quickly go here. I would like to continue, and I would like to fit this ship. So we're in our Hurricane. Go to our fitting. I'll show you how to do this. We go to ours. We go under Combat Battlecruiser. It is this one. Everything fits. Everything's beautiful. Fit ship. And it should just lay it all out for us. Once they're fit, you can't remove them. So this is just warning me that once I fit the rigs, I can't remove them without destroying them, and that is fine. There she is. She's ready to fly. We got cargo hold full of ammo. Go ahead and load our fusion. We got our drones out. They're in here. Everything's fit, hunky-dory. We're going to go ahead and take these and put them in our cargo. Bring them with us. Festival launcher. We'll go ahead and... Oh, I bought the festival launcher because I'm a derp. That's okay. That's okay. They're not expensive. So there we go. Here's our beautiful little Hurricane. We don't have any skins. How much do we have? I still have 45 million. I wonder if we can buy any of these. These are going to be expensive, probably like a bill if they're even available. Can't buy them anymore. I missed my window. So I really want this one, but we'll see. So 12 mil, we could get a Headhunter skin. Or a Glacial Drift skin. No orders for Headhunters. That's the one I want. How much are Hazard Control skins? These ones are cool too. You can't buy them. So yeah, I have to plex them if we want to do it. These are bind on pickup. I don't think we can actually get these. Those are only available if you run Resource Wars sites. But I'm not spending 12 million on this. We may get one anyways. So we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and insure it. We're going to get out in space and we're going to head home. And we're going to run a couple sites on the way. But that's a basic fitting again. I will go into a lot more detail when I run my... can't even words. When I do my fitting tutorial video, we'll go into detail on picking things and why I do things a certain way. But that was a quick overview again. So now we've seen all 4 levels, and now we're going to work our way to our battleship. I'm insured, just in case we get blown up. At least it'll replace our hull mostly. And we'll worry about that when the time comes. We have enough that we could probably actually replace everything. So this is beautiful. We can afford to fly our Hurricane. So that is what we're going to do. And once again, I don't necessarily care about the loot so much. If we get it, great. I want to grind up the next 2 levels of these. I went and did a test, one more run with the ruptures off camera just to get some points when I was at a time I couldn't record, but I wanted to play. So I did run 2 sites. No, 1 site. and got up to this tier here, the part 3. So that's pretty decent. It's the 80 kills that take a while. We're going to keep all these separate. These all turn on. That's great. Let's go ahead and move these over. So I can run everything full the time. So I can just fire these up at the beginning. These are fun. I like shooting these at the wreck when people try to steal them. Or just for the fun of it, I'll fire them off at targets so we get pretty fireworks. And again, these are Yule Fester fireworks. I don't think we've seen these before, so we'll definitely have to take a look. So let's get into Botane here and see if there's any sites. We'll get into our PvP tab so we can actually see. Anything this close to the Dixie is going to be busy, but some of the middle ones in this area would be decent, as there's traffic at this end and this end, but this is all passing through mostly, it seems. But yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun playing Cursed. This quest of mine has been reinvigorating. I like, as I discussed in one of my YouTube videos on chat there, I like having a goal and then seeing it done. So just deciding that I'm going to get an alpha, completely free to play, all the way to Battleship, is fun for me. And once we're there, we'll set a new goal and continue on. Rogue Swarm, this is a busy site. We're just gonna... yeah, we'll go do it. It'll be a good test. Oh, we can't fit that on, but we can turn these on so we don't forget. And at the very least, we're going to go through and just wipe things out. But yeah, so like I said, I'm just doing these little things, setting up projects. Malro has really ignited my love for the game. I haven't actually been spending as much time in low sec, and my fed up brothers are starting to notice, but Malro is growing, and that takes a lot of work, and it's a lot of fun, so that's really got me rooted to this game. I spend a lot of time out of game doing, you know, homework and getting things laid out, and just did a fuel run the other day, which was fun, having to fuel my Citadel. Just promoted 2 of our members into leadership. We're starting to sort of figure out where they want to fit, but they're there and it's awesome. So we're just going to borrow some of your ships, some of your targets, guys. It's okay. And again, they were here. I'm not going to bother shooting the Overmind, though we might be able to start racing now that we have this guy in here. But we can just do this. So you can see here we're missing, so we might actually need to do some tracking. Use our drones instead. Oh, we got another, that's fine. And we'll just get a couple kills on our way home. And these are just frigates, so we can target these, that's not a problem. And we'll go, and just let the drones do their thing. They should be on, where's the button? Aggressive, not focused fired. Is that it for the site? That was the final wave? Okay. Well, we got a couple kills out of it. So yeah, we are going to have a bit of trouble with the tracking, it looks like. We may end up swapping 1 or 2 of the damage mods out for that. Because my Rupture, with a tracking enhancer, wasn't having any trouble at all hitting those Avis drone things. And this is why I like the game. There's always just little things. You know, there's the rules of Eve, and then there's, once you've learned the rules, you learn how to break them and squeeze a little extra out of things. And I like that. So it kind of sets you up with the basics, and if you learn that, you can do okay. But then you learn, okay, well, I'm going to, for whatever this situation is, this makes more sense, even though you wouldn't normally do this. So, like, mixing guns or fitting undersized guns on a bigger ship, like making a frigate killer by putting small artillery or small autocannons or something on a battle cruiser. Like, there may be a reason to do that, and it's awesome. I've heard people having success putting, like, frigate hunting guns on a battleship, jumping into low sec and just shooting battleships. It's what makes this game great. It's not just the flying in space. I mean, you spend a lot of time doing quote-unquote nothing, prepping to do the things you want to do, but that's what I enjoy. And getting in a good group of people and having people to enjoy these things with you is huge part of it, which is why I started Malro, because I know there's a lot of people that want to do PvE, want to run missions, and they get into their own little corps at a 0% tax rate and just do missions, never interacting with people unless it's code or Marmite or someone ganking people, you know, and then you have that purely negative interaction with people, and that's no fun. So come join Malro, and we have a 0% tax rate, at least for now. We may change it, but again, that won't be done anytime soon. It won't be done as a willy-nilly. It'll be when we decide it's necessary, and that'll be necessary. But point is, you can come and just run missions with us, and we will gladly... I'm not going to bother. I want to go and get ourselves home so we can do our missions. But yeah, we will gladly just sit on comms while everybody's running their own missions if that's what you want to do. You know? Or group up and run resource wars sites. Right now, 2 of my guys are doing a Roman low sec because they want to take a break from missions, so they jumped in whatever, and they're down causing trouble. But it's just, we have people, and we're chatting all day long on Discord, and it's just great. It's what makes EVE great. It's the people. The people and the strategy. Figuring it out. So, yeah. Like, I'm already excited about what we're going to do after I get him to battleships, and we're probably several months away from that. It probably won't be till spring by the time we're actually comfortable in our battleship. But I'm already excited about what we're going to do next. Is that a new one? No, that's the same one. We're going to jump in. We're going to find quieter systems. This one only had 8, but we'll let that guy have his site. We'll see what happens in this site. I did that because I think he was from the previous site. So we're just going to keep chaining together if I don't skip ahead. So this way I skip ahead and hope we find a quiet site. So we'll see what's in here. So on that note, as far as Malro is concerned, just so y'all know, I am looking for new members constantly. I'm always recruiting at the moment. I'm also looking to fill some leadership roles, so if there's something you're interested in building, like industry and mining, we'd like to have at least a small mining and industry backbone to supply quote-unquote doctrine ships for our whatevers, mining ships and resource wars site ships, mission running ships. I'd like to have ships that we have ready in our home system instead of having to go to market. So if that's something you're interested in building up, come talk to us. We can get things rolling. Definitely need more people. More people the better, because hey, you know, we can do multi-faction mission running where everybody picks level 1 to 4 missions for the factions they can run, fleet up and share the standings and just get everybody running level 4 missions for a bunch of factions. Who knows? So many options. But leaving it open right now, the sky's the limit. Whatever you feel like doing, we can get you in there doing it. Get our drones out here and start killing some of these smaller guys with them. Can I get my other 2 guns on you? That would be great. This keyboard splits. I gotta remember to continue on past the split. Splits at the F4 key. So let's wait for our guns to finish cycling. Come on. 5, 6. Beautiful. And we'll get these guys wiped. Let's let the drones take care of them, I think. With this guy, let's get our hardeners on, because duh. And we'll get... See if I can shoot you. But you're coming in. Oh yeah, boom, wiped out. You guys should be going to get those Avises. Come on. Can we kill them? Yep, there you go. Damn it. We'll get this guy targeted up. Learning a new ship. I'm gonna see what this baby can handle. This guy's taking a bit of damage. We're gonna call him in. Let him heal up a bit. Apis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Erased. Come on, buddy, get in here. There you go. Just about through his shields, but we made it. And let's target these guys up. Let's let the drones continue working. And probably put 3 and 3 on the frigates from now on, actually. Which one is it going to be? We can put 4 on you. 3, 2. We can put 1 on you. There we go. So I don't think we're taking any damage. They appear to be focusing on my drones, but that's okay. You need to go down. Let's just put all of our guns on you and keep shooting until you die. Keep at range, maybe. There we go. See if we can get your traversal down just for a second. So I keep at range. I'm going to try to fly directly away from him, which should get him lining up. See? Beautiful. We'll just stop. Let our drones continue. This guy's good now, so we can bring him out. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, look like we have a visitor. This is a Vexor Navy, so that'll be okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just wipe him out. Drones are doing their thing. Drones are doing their thing. Taking a tiny hair of damage, but they're definitely standing up to this site. Not a problem. We're going to run out of ammo on those first 3 guns here in a minute, but that's okay. We can do these ones. Get them started. We're going to reload after this guy just to make sure we have full ammo when the big guy drops. Let's focus our drones on that guy for now. Let's reload just to have it. Oh, I gotta reload these ones too. Crap. That's okay though, because we're gonna get that spawn here in a second, so we'll do what we can. Alright, here he comes. Gotta erase this Vexer. All the guns ready. Let's fire our fireworks at him too, just because we can. Drones too. Let's get the kill ourselves, I hope. The Vexer Navius, you can do some pretty decent damage, so... Oh, we got it. As long as he doesn't steal it. So we're going to have to slow boat over there. This thing is not exactly the a Corvette, but... Our drones are just going to finish taking care of those. Ah, beautiful. Got another spawn here, that's fantastic. This was my site, so I have no qualms taking both kills. Shoot him! Shoot. I just want to see if we're actually damaging this baby. Providence skin, that's interesting. Let's target these guys as well, because we'll have to rip them down once we get this guy killed. Nothing in local. 32 of 40 kills, we're doing alright. Do we get the final blow? Nope, he got that one. That is okay. It was a good race. And we want the kills, so let's just go ahead and continue shooting these things. Let's focus our drones now. We'll control them a little better, so we can focus things down. No, these. Jeepers. Looks like he's taking that one, so that's fine. This will get us close. There's another site here, but we're going to just do one hit a jump, just so we're always getting one step closer. And I'm going to take this baby home. And we're going to run level 2 missions on our next video. I think that's going to be the goal. Let's wait for everything to be finished. Those ones are going to run out, that's okay. Boom. Come back home, drones. It's a line to here while the drones are coming. Put you back in your box, and that's it. So I'm going to continue doing this. I'm just going to run these sites and get us home. And in our next video, we will finish up our level 2 missions, and we'll get this baby into some level 3s, and it will be beautiful. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I hope you learned something, or at the very least got entertained. And if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Take care, and I'm out of here.